Shalom, shalom, y'all, shalom. Hear the prophets of the downfall of Babylon the Great. Salaki, we the Hebrew Israelites of Tulsa, Oklahoma, and we hear the prophets of the downfall of Babylon the Great. First thing first, turn to the east, give our praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakadash, which in the pagan Hebrew tongue, currently the Father, the Son, of the Spirit, double honors to the prophets of the great millstone, and shalom. To you, sister brothers, living the truth, and shalom. To you, brothers and sisters that's listening and studying to show yourself approved. From today, Yahshua is going down. You know, we're at the point now where Esau is now going after the southern tribe, you know, so-called blacks. He's going after Judah, the head tribe, and that's what we've been waiting on. That's when it's going to be lights, camera, action. And how we know that? By looking at the moves that Donald Trump is making with his administration. They're in D.C., they're harassing Jake in D.C., and now Donald Trump is talking about moving to Chicago. And what is Chicago full of? A bunch of southern tribe Jakes, man. They've been saying Chicago all messed up. They talk about the black on black crime. So they're disguising attacking Yahshua as a war on crime. But we know really it's a war on Yahshua. And the devil's now making his move. He wants the drama so they can move in with, you know, full military occupation. So right now they got the National Guard in D.C. They're going to deploy them in 17 other states. They got the ICE militarized. The police has been militarized. And what we're looking at is civil war. You know, about to go down on American soil, man, while Jake out here still doing folly, not knowing what's going on. And we've been waiting on this, man, because we want the smoke, man. Esau Edom, so-called white man, going to start it. Hey, and Lord willing, through the power of Yahweh, we're going to finish it. You know, so I'm going to start at this first thing first. This is Ezekiel 35:2, and it says, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. You hear that? So it says, Son of man. Talk about the Hebrew Israelites. He said, set thy face against Mount Seir. Who's Mount Seir? Mount Seir is Esau and Edom, man. When you go to Genesis 36:8, it tells you that. So, you got it? Yeah, you can go ahead and pull it out.
Yeah, this is the book of Genesis, chapter 36, and verse 8. And it says, thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. And it's like, yeah, that's pretty much it right there.
You hear that? Esau is Edom. It said Mount Seir. So the whole Bible is against the so-called white man. You know, contrary to popular belief. You know, Pastor Porchop be trying to make it all inclusive because he's teaching that tradition that Esau gave him, but the scriptures tell you differently from that. That's why they always try to say our Old Testament don't matter. We're going New Testament only. Right. But the Lord is so, you know, infinite wisdom. You know, I can still get him with Romans 9:13, which he had to go back to where we just came from. Ezekiel 35:2 and Genesis 36:8. That's proper edification to let you know who your enemy is. That way, the hopeful elect is not going to get caught with their pants down. Like scripture say, if it be possible, even the elect would be fooled. You know, loosely paraphrasing. But see, it's not because, hey, now we're getting the proper breakdowns. And now the Lord has opened our mind up to let us know who our enemy is. And it's the so-called white man. And right now, he's on a bloody campaign. He's getting his troops in formation to mash up on the children of Israel, you know? And then it said, and prophesy against him. So that's what we're doing right now, man. We're telling Esau, Edom, hey, the Lord, Yahweh about to jack these devils up.
I got since you said that. This is Exodus 17:16. For he said, because the Lord hath sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek for generation to generation. And Amalek is the chief tribe of the nation of Esau, Edom, man. So the Lord said he's going to have war with them for generations, man. So that just lets you know it's going to be a constant battle between Esau and Jacob until the end of this thing. And what did the scripture say? Jacob is Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So it's going to be a big clash, and Esau Edom's going down before the kingdom of heaven is erected on earth.
And to pretty point out who Amalek really is those his people, those who claim it to be, you know, Yahweh Shai people.
1940 headers, the small hats.
The people that are claiming that they're holy people, but there's war in the land, so
yeah. You got what's that? Isaiah 2:5 tells you that it should be no more war. But yeah, we got war there, proving they not that. And then you got what? Revelation 2:9. I know the blasphemy that say they are Jews and they are not, and they've been telling the whole world that nobody pay attention. They say they Jew-ish. Ish means like or pertaining to. So they tell you in your face that they're not that. They don't even call themselves Israelites. They call themselves Israelis. You You know, so they don't even claim it. They just play with people's minds because they got the money. You know, all you need is money. They can worship. You know,
They don't even worship Yahweh Shah.
nope.
You know, they say what they try. They also say he a prophet too as well.
Yeah, they say he a prophet.
Yeah.
But he like the divine son.
Right.
They say in their Talmud, they say Yahweh Shah is burning in his own weights in their Talmud. So they're totally set against Yahweh Shah and the people of Yahweh Shah, which is, you know, the Israelites, Yasher Allah. You know, so I got this right here because now what they're gonna do, they don't wage war on Yahshua. They're about to do an ethnic cleansing. Esau always does that. I noticed like every 100 years, Esau does that. You know, the last one they did a real big one was like the 1920s, the 1910s. So I'm looking at Jake's little simple butt talking about, okay, he about to do it again, man. All you got to do is look at history and it repeats itself. So this time he's trying to do it again. And how you going to do it is either you take his mark, the mark of the beast, or he's going to seek to take your life away. So he's really trying to like sever your connection with Yahweh Shah. Because he still wants us here because he can't have a kingdom without Yahshua. He just needs us to be in subjection. And so now we keep getting free. You're like, okay, this is what I do. I use my technology and I'll put my little tracker in you, you know, and the Lord said, if you take that, then hey, because anybody that take that, that's them bowing down to Esau Edom, man, the so-called white man.
Esau wants you to sever your connection with Yahweh Bahashim Shah. That way, Yahweh Bahashim Shah won't have nobody to come down and save. And like the whole thing is everything's about Esau and Jacob. So they know that the Lord is going to come back and deliver his people. Not everybody who believe, no, his people, and only the elect are going to make it.
He has the people. He says it all throughout the book. And you can know the people are now they've been attacked. It started with Northern Tribe first. But they say Northern Tribe gets it first, Judah gets it the worst. Yeah. They're saying the Apostle say, and you look at the so-called Mexicans, which is Issachar, your so-called Puerto Ricans, which is Ephraim, you know, your Guatemalans, you know, Asher, Naphtali, all those are getting attacked first.
Gadites, they get attacked by their law, but because you know the Gadites almost to the casino, and Esau trying to get in to cut into their money by the casino.
Gone. Gad and Reuben, you know.
Gad and Reuben.
But he started what I was about to say. He started with he used that immigration campaign first. So they got attacked first, and then we start looking at the legislation. He started attacking the Native Americans, which is Gad and Reuben. And then once he got that established, hey, what they say the best for last. Now I gotta go against the southern tribes. So that's your Levites, the Haitians, your Benjamites, the Jamaicans, and then Judah, so-called black. And he know Judah gonna be the hardest one to get. Esau know that. So he's testing it out with the other tribes because he know that the big fight is when he go against Judah, man. Because once he go against Judah, hey, it's up. It's up at that point, man. And he needs Israelites to establish his system. So I really don't want to get rid of you. So I'd rather you just take this MOTB and get to picking my crops. But he knows it's going to be a fight. So therefore I got this right here. And the reason he deals with so harshly with Yahshua is because he hates us as a people, man. They hate us because we're blessed. Like Esau, Edom, the Edomites know who we are, especially the elites. They know who we are. They can see our gifts, especially now that their women are leaving them and coming to Yahshua. Like even you did a lesson on that one little chick talking about, it's got to be something special about black people. It can't just be that. Like I think they're going to have to get powers or something because this whole campaign is something special about them. And I know it's watching your lesson with her saying that she don't go get her man like that because she going to see for herself. Like, what's so special? You know, once they get that rod in her, ring that bell, it's over with.
I also did a lesson on the Edomite who said, yeah, all she dated black folks because she want her kids to survive.
Look at that. I did see that. She said they need melanin. You know what I'm saying? And she's trying to get that blessing, man. Which that is intelligence, really think about it. So I'm gonna bring this up right here. In the same chapter, Ezekiel 35:5 says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and have shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, and the time of calamity, and the time that their iniquity had an end. Here they said perpetual hatred. That means forever. So Jake over, Loaded Jake's trying to figure out why the so-called white man hates you. The Lord just told us in Ezekiel that he has perpetual hatred because what? We got the birthright. He don't. He know that. He wants the birthright back. He can't get it back. So since I can't get my birthright back, I just unalive. I'm just mad, man. You this, you that. Your melanin is popping. You succeed in anything you put your mind to. I can oppress you, and you'll still make great inventions. Still find a way to get out. So Esau was frustrated, man. This devil done threw everything he had at us in the kitchen sink, and it didn't work. You know, he done threw drugs in our community. We done got rid of that. Redlining. Make sure we couldn't get the opportunity to get good jobs. Nothing worked, man. Jake still riding around nice cars, nice houses.
He even came with the sword and just destroyed it.
Con. And still, Jake still back thriving in a bad economy. The best people crying right now is Edomites. Jake ain't really crying like that. Jake might say it's rough, but we got experience with it being rough, so we still making it. So right there it said like you broke it down. They were sacrificing the baby in the fire to Molech.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, man. So nothing new under the sun. And then I'm gonna bring out Ezekiel 35 and 36, and it says, "Therefore, as I live, said the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou art not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee." So we are the blood of our ancestors, man, and we on Esau's butt, man. That's why we out here prophesying against him. So that's their blood coming on Esau, and that's why he's so scared right now, man. He's like, hold up. The Lord saying, since you don't hate blood, I'm gonna have some blood come and get you. So now we just waiting to be set up, get that standard, and when we turn into them hunters, hey, we gonna get our chance, you know, to get our thing on, man.
I got to put precept that's going to back you up. This is precept for what I just read, Ezekiel 35. But this is Amos chapter 1 and verse 11. And it said, "Thus said the Lord Yahweh power, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof." All right. And so this is that, you know, because Esau basically pursue us with the sword perpetually, you know, Yahweh Shai gonna turn that same punishment back on Edom. That's why he said he will not return the punishment thereof. And he said, because he did pursue his brother with the sword and did cast out all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually and kept his wrath forever. Right? And so that's Esau Edom constantly persecuting the Hebrew Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. All right. And in verse 12, and he said, but I will send a fire upon Teman, which shall devour the palace of Basra. And when you go into the scripture, Basra is basically the capital city of Edom. Okay. And so the modern day Basra is pretty much America, aka Babylon the Great, man. And so that's what's going to happen. America is going to be sent with that fire by Yahweh Shai, man.
All right, man. I got this right here. It's Ezekiel 21 and 8. Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, verse 9, "Son of man, prophesy and say, thus said the Lord, say, a sword is sharpened and also purpose." So that right there, that's what we're doing right now. We're telling Yahshua, children of Israel, that hey, Esau about to come with that sword, which goes into his military power.
Hey, just look at what they're doing in DC. Right. And the military occupying that. They talking about sending them to California and Chicago and St. Louis and all these predominantly Jake cities, man. That's that sword being sharpened, man. That's that sword being furbished, which means like sharpened and rebuilt, man.
Hey, he just came out and lifted that law that said that the National Guard, they can now carry their weapons. Before they couldn't even carry their weapons. So he realizes that he's gonna have to sharpen it even more because people starting to fight back.
It's a sword being sharpened.
Especially in Chicago.
And that's gonna lead to a desolation of the cities, man.
Yeah.
And like I think the brother read it, or like in Ezekiel 35 and 4, it says, "I will lay the cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord." So that's the Lord, man. The Lord, these cities is gonna be in chaos, man. With when martial law hit and all this civil war started cracking off, because it ain't just gonna be Esau against Esau. You got Esau and Jake. Esau gonna go against himself as well. So it's gonna be a big chaos, a power keg. It's gonna just explode.
Yeah, he has his loyalists that's gonna roll with them.
Like a free fall.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be a lot of factions. Yeah, Royal Rumble, man. This group, that group. You know, everybody gonna be banging. You got Jake's gonna be banging on each other too, man. It's gonna be all straight. A battle royale. Like I said, Royal Rumble. Let me bring this out too. This Ezekiel 21:10. It is sharpened to make a sure slaughter. It is purposed that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? It contemneth the rod of my son as every tree. So like the Lord said, he said, it is sharpened to make a sure slaughter. And we know that because Trump signed a lot of money into ICE, you know, to militarize them, the police, all of that, man. They got their weaponry up, you know what I'm saying? So they can do what they need to do. So Jake out here making mirth, got their fans out. They in the little dance line. Like, I put out some money. They still riding little motorcycles and stuff. Like Jake think it's a joke, man. Until Esau start, you know, go straight Call of Duty mode on them. You know, flick them dang viruses down and start lighting their butts up. Then they're gonna be hollering, you know, I need help, this, and that. And see what they should have did when they had grace is getting this truth to know your how I was shocked. They could be hollering for protection, they ain't gonna have it. You know, the Lord ain't dealing with these little hard head nigglets and all these little, you know, Jake just got walk around in skirts and all these dresses, man. The Lord about to yop all that up, man. All these hard head wicked Jakes is about to get it, man. That's why you need to be locked in this truth, like your pants is on fire. Because it said, it contemneth the rod of my son is every tree. So that's the Lord like sifting. The Lord is now getting the nation Israel ready. Like this, the Lord is doing a purge by using Esau Edom. When he wants to do a purge, he fires up that sword. Who's the sword? It's Esau Edom, man. Which I might go get that. He's the sword. And that's the job down the children of Israel. They done had plenty of time to get their act together. And they out here scoffing even harder. You know, you watch Edo Matazakbach's page, Jimmy South Carolina 08, and all he doing is fighting a bunch of scoffers, man. I'm like, y'all scoffing, this devil pretending on national TV? Yeah, I'm bringing in troops. So they show how dumb Jake is, man. You know, I got a bunch of scoffers on a lot of my lessons lately. I'm like, what the heck? We scoffing at this time? The Lord said, oh, okay, I got to put that whooping on your backside. So we just got to put some hot iron in you. You know?
I got a quick one, though. It's going back to when you said that Jake is over there in Murph, and then they're going to ask for the Lord when all hell break loose. But this is Amos 8 and 11, well, 8 and 12. And it says, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even unto the east, and they shall run to and fro, seeking the words of the Lord, and shall not be able to find it. And that's exactly what's going to happen, man. They're going to wait too late and be seeking the Lord, looking for the prophets, but it's going to be too late. Hey, it's going to be chaos everywhere. The prophets are going to be put up. And that's known as the famine of the word. And then, hey, you're going to be left out there to what you have. Because the Lord said, wisdom, understanding, and knowledge should be the stability of thy times. So if you don't have no knowledge of the scriptures to protect you and to lean on, hey, you're going to be caught out there easy pickings for Esau Edom.
Yeah, I got one. This is Luke 12 and 51. Suppose ye that I come to give peace on earth. I tell you, nay, but rather divide. And that's what he's doing now. He's going to have everybody going against everybody, basically for resources at the beginning.
This is back you up. This is Isaiah 19 and 2. And I will set Egyptian against Egyptian, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom.
Okay. I can hear that.
I got one back you up, yeah.
Oh, hold on. We're going to break it down first. He said Egyptian versus Egyptian, man. They're going into Civil War. That's American versus American. Now, normally Egyptian versus Egyptian is going to Esau versus Esau, because they're the modern day Egyptians. But like, they also mean like a citizen versus a citizen. That's what we're looking at right now. Everybody's talking about that. They know a little something. We're looking at Civil War right now. And that's what's about to happen. Then also another thing, if you've been looking at, when everything pop off, you got famine coming into play. So people gonna be fighting over resources, man. Bottled water is gonna be very precious in these coming times. Shelter, you know, so the haves is gonna be versus the have-nots. And they're all gonna be fighting against each other. There's gonna be no type of stability. And the only stability that's gonna be left is gonna be Esau Edom, and that's when he's gonna come with the MOTB. He's gonna be saying, like, I can give you housing, shelter, I got food, little cricket patties you can eat, little 15-minute cities, come in here and you be all right. But you gotta take this mark of the beast. And he's gonna get a lot of people like that because they ain't got faith. They're not gonna be able to face all the atrocities and all of the destruction going on out here. They're gonna be afraid, especially women. So if they don't have a man of the Lord, what they're gonna do? They're gonna take the MOTB because they think that's the only way they're gonna be able to preserve their life. Especially if they got children. So like, I do what's best for my children, man. I gotta go and like give, take the hand or get the head and get that sucker, man. So the MOTB gonna run out with that chaos because Esau operating by fear. That's why he's doing this to scare everybody to run to the MOTB as if that's like they saving grace.
And that's a precept in Isaiah that said, he that trusteth in a broken reed, and he that leaneth on it shall pierce him. That goes into it. You let Esau scare you into trusting back into him. You know, he came with the chaos, and then he got a solution for you, the MOTB, and you leaning and trusting on that, it's gonna pierce you, man. That's that MOTB going into you, man.
You got one out.
Yeah, it was to back up your previous statement. Is Psalm 17 and 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
Woo, to me, that's playing right there. King David laid out playing, man. It tells you the wicked is the sword. And then when you look at what's going on in current times, you can see that, man. Esau's not hiding it anymore. He's putting it right in your face, man. And all these little wicked Edomites, they little mega hats on, they champion Trump to do that. Like, yeah, man, clean our streets up. They don't know that sword gonna hit them too. You know, the sword gonna hit everybody. Poor white trash. That shows how dumb they are. They're disposable. But because of their support, and he got Congress, they give him the okay to do it, man. So King David let us know that the sword that Esau was blessed with, you could also read that Genesis, you know, what's that, chapter 25? Well, somewhere, you know, in Genesis, you can read that
Isaac blessed him with the sword.
yeah, Isaac blessed him with the sword. Yeah, I know it's in Genesis, so it shows that his blessing is the sword. So King David let us know that the sword is Esau, even so-called white man. That's why he has the strongest military in the world, man. Or at least he did. The sword is starting to crack a little bit. That's why he got to swing it right now, because it's about to go.
And that's why that one priest said, "How is the hammer of the earth broken into pieces?"
Gone asunder. It ain't as strong as it used to be. That's why Esau's starting to panic. Like, I used to be able to bomb this country, put my narrative up, do this and that. Now you got the weak stand on strong. You know, you got China. You got other Edomites got a sword. You got Russia. Like, hey, my sword is furbished too, homie. I can bang with you. So now you got Babylonians going to America. They like, I got to help swing this suck on all these citizens, because everybody's starting to get free, get loose. TikTok is spreading information. The truth is out on YouTube. So I got to help them make my move, man. And they're putting it out there like, this is what we about to do. And Jake's still up here caught up in that strong delusion. Jake think, you know, everything is all, you know, hunky-dory. And we like, man, it look like it's their time, man. And who better than Donald Trump? Another dude that talk, a prideful dude with a big mouth. He using the military like it's some army man or something, like it's toys or something. Like, he ain't even looking at this seriously. He just want to, he think he playing Call of Duty.
Like fun.
Exactly. Like, man, go out there, do this, whoop them. And that's why I was going to split. I see a lot of these dudes that's in the military, once they get to killing and they see how bad America is, and like they got a city that's been destroyed, they're going to be like, man, hey, I'm doing the wrong thing, man. I need to be fighting for the citizens, man.
And a lot of those military people are Jakes. So
They're not going to fight. I see a lot of Jakes, man, especially the women. They not going to, as soon as they let them out the Humvee, bro, they're going to get the running. They're going to scramble to whatever nearest thing.
Probably unalive their captain or whatever, trying to issue order.
I know a lot of Jakes already trying to find ways out of the military and get back to their families because they know what's going to come.
I know when they did get out, he cried to get out and wrote letters and got on out. I looked at him like, dude, yeah, you ain't going to bust a break, man. So I don't know why. He's signing for the benefits. Yeah. They military weak. That's why Trump is recruiting good old red belly, you know, the ones that militia, them Aryan Nation, the KKK. They can go sign up for ICE and get paid.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to unalive Jake, Trump done gave you a place to go. All you got to do is sign up for ICE. They give you a sign-on bonus,
$10,000, and if you're a big enough Edomite or big enough cracker racist, they'll shoot it up to $50,000.
Hey, student loan forgiveness get wiped out.
Hey, that's why we don't see the Proud Boys and the big groups. It's because they all became ICE agents.
Exactly.
You know,
and they wear their masks like KKK. Hey, nothing new under the sun. Like, ICE is your new KKK. So Trump is just like radicalizing them because the military, man, they ain't talking about nothing. At least not infantry. So he using ICE as his own personal military.
Yeah, he had to switch to ICE because a lot of the people that's in the military, they realize Trump is a draft dodger. And they don't have respect for him. And it's hard for you to put your life on the line for somebody that when it was his turn to put his life on the line, that he wouldn't do it. You know?
That's why that movie Civil War is gonna come into play, like the military split.
Yeah.
And you can see that because you can tell by that military parade Donald Trump had, and they were just over there marching all fucked up. And they said it was a silent protest because they don't really fuck with him like that. So like, all they're gonna take is one person to say, "Now I ain't doing that," and I'm going against that. And
Charismatic general, general they respect, like the 5-star general, say that's unconstitutional. We're not doing that. They're gonna look to that general, especially like America saying, if that general done served in the military, put in work, he got more respect than Trump. So it might be ICE versus the U.S. military.
Hey, but I seen that it was 10 times the vets than we have in the military in America. So when Trump get the people in the military and his little militia groups, they still won't be strong enough to do what they think they're about to do in America, because it's 10 times the amount of people they got that same type of training that they plan on going against.
And that shows the unwiseness of the rulers.
Yeah.
Because like, hey man, you over here, you could take care of your vets, but you treated them like shit. And the scriptures tell you supposed to a person of war that went to war, you supposed to have a good life after that.
Yeah.
But now, like Esau Edom, fast forward, he ruling. Now Esau Edom, he take care of his vets like they like dogs or some shit. Yeah, you just get the scraps.
He putting them. That's the people that he rounding up is the homeless people. Most of them is vets, and he just pulled the rug off from under him because he about to basically shut down the VA.
And I seen a lot of videos of the vets talking about they're gonna fight with the people.
Yeah. They make the military speak. He take away the VA. They're like, hold up, what I'm fighting for. But yeah, he signs legislation and gives money to the Israeli military.
Yeah, a whole community.
Yeah, so everybody see that. That's mainstream news. So what's the morale of the military after that? So
I got military people in my family who can't even eat. They calling me like, "Hey man, I'm overseas, everything high, and hey, send some money so we can." I'm like, "What? Man, you in the military? They supposed to be feeding y'all."
That's pitiful right there. That's real pitiful.
We'll put preacher that's gonna back y'all up. This is Ecclesiastica, aka Sirach, chapter 10 and verse 3. And it says, "An unwise king destroys his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited." And even when you go up to the beginning of this chapter, it says the wise judge would instruct his people, and the government of the prudent man is well ordered. So that's why you know that the government is not don't have a prudent man that's running the government. Because if it was, then it would be well ordered, and there wouldn't be no chaos going on in America at Babylon the Great. Okay, so that precept tells you that we have an unwise king, which lines up perfectly with Proverbs 29:2, and Proverbs 29:16.
It shows you also that sword is breaking.
Yeah.
So Trump looking at it, okay, I know the military gonna roll with me. When you look at ICE, that's his own personal military.
That's
like a mercenary group. You got a Gestapo.
Yeah, that's what Hitler put together, was his own military group, the Gestapo.
Yeah, so that's what Trump done did. He looking just like Hitler, man. He doing the same thing as Netanyahu. So they both trying to do an ethnic cleansing. And we telling them ICE is coming, and Jake's still up here, BSing. Yeah.
And that information alone to tell you how powerful the words of Yahweh Shai is, because when it says Satan shall cast out Satan, when Satan is against himself, you notice just like you just described, Trump got his own military. Well, how much more for the senators and your mayors of the city? They have their own military as well too. So that's gonna be Egyptian against the Egyptian.
Remember, I finished this too in Ezekiel chapter 21. And it's 21:11. It says, "They have given it to be furbished that it may be handled. The sword is sharpened, and its furbished to give it to the hand of the slayer." So that goes in the Esau Edom, man. Lord about to give him the power to slay as many wicked Israelites, as he see fit, man, which goes into Zechariah 13:8. That's why we call them 2/3. 2/3 about to get a lot of judgment by the force of that sword. The sword gonna be like a plague on Jake, man. You got a lot of northern tribes don't want to get with this truth. You talking about that? You just can't put the brothers OKC, man. Up in Oklahoma, you got a lot of northern tribes that don't want to get with the truth. They hear and they like, shut that stuff up, man. That's jailhouse nigger stuff, man. I want to hear that. But I'm like, he is telling you every day he don't like you, calling you an immigrant, want to deport you. And in a minute, he goes, forget deport. That costs too much money. We'll just lay you out right here on the block, which goes in what's that? It's a scripture in Revelation. The dead bodies should lie in the street.
Esau lied and said they were gonna deport him the first time. They put him on planes and just threw them out the back. Nigga, handcuffed and everything.
I heard dumped them in the water.
Exactly.
And they drowned. Did them like Southern tribe when they came with the boats.
Yeah,
They did the same move, man. So they say the devil ain't changed, man. He just put a suit on and just try to disguise it as something new, but he's really that same old devil that he always gonna be. You know, but the good thing though, if we're gonna switch gears, is that as he's trying to bubble up and fight Yasharallah, hey, the men of the Lord are here. That's gonna be that standard. That's gonna be that that thing that's gonna the Lord gonna flex on Esau.
Yeah, I got the one you just quoted. This is Jeremiah 25 and 33. And the slain of the Lord shall be at that day from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth. They shall not be lamented, neither gathered nor buried. They shall be dung upon the ground.
They shall not be lamented. That means that that also lines up perfectly with Ezekiel. So when he says play utterly old and young, and need to have no pity on them, that's what that word lamented going into. People are not going to be mourning those fallen bodies.
Hey, before even the shooting and stuff start, it's gonna be people dropping just from the COVID shot, and they just came and found out that Ozempic bullshit that they had everybody stuck on is basically the same thing. It's basically destroying your circulation, I'm sorry, I forgot. Yeah, now your circulation. Yeah, your blood circulation. It's clogging up. It's causing heart down because of Medicare and Medicaid going away.
That's like a form of the sword right there, just through the medical field.
Like you said in the comment board, it's basically that's gonna be they like a soft purge, you know.
That's almost like a pestilence. It's just manufacturing. And I made your dumb go get it because you're fat and too lazy to burn your weight off the right way. That's that laziness kicking in. So Esau
laziness and that pride shit. Most of that shit coming from pride too. A lot of them goddamn, what did it say about pride? Pride go before destruction, and heart and spirit before fall. That's why they're falling right there.
If they seen their idols, the celebrities doing it, then they went and did the shit. Then the celebrity, they start saying you got Ozempic face. Once all of them celebrities, they start looking like zombies, and now everybody's health is going bad. They're basically, following them other idols.
Okay, so we about to shift gears now, man, because as Esau even comes down with great wrath, there's also the Lord gonna make his name famous, man. That's when his chosen is gonna show themselves. Because everybody, all of the children of Israel will not be consumed. The whole fleck gonna be preserved by the power of Yahweh Shah. And then it's gonna turn to this right here. This is Ezekiel 25 and 14. I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. And they should do it Edom according to my anger and according to my fury. And they should know my vengeance, said the Lord Yahweh. So hey, a lot of us in the truth, especially, brothers that sincerely in the truth, hey, we want to get at Esau, man. Because we want to put that vengeance on there, man. We got Esau did a lot of atrocities. He did a whole lot of stuff. Right now, we're like worms. You can't do nothing but go on that earth, man, which is the Lord, that secret place. But it's a scripture. I might go get it, man. What's that? Micah 4:13. The Lord said he's going to make his men a new sharp threshing instrument. Warriors, man.
I want to bag you up. It ain't that one, but this is Jeremiah 51 and 20. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, for with thee I will break in pieces the nations, and with thee I will destroy kingdoms.
I like that. It's one of my favorite precepts, man, because that's like my biggest desire for the Lord to make me a battle axe. I look at myself as a battle axe, like a weapon of war. And that's going to turn the tide on Esau right there. See, he see that in the back of his mind. He think it ain't really coming, but he kind of knows. And that's what got him kind of fearful. That's why he's trying to tiptoe this thing in.
Read down when it says, and with thee I will break in pieces the horse and their riders. And as you can, it's a precept that said, I have seen servants riding on horses and the kings walking on the ground at service. So right now, Esau Edom is on their horse right now, in our spot. And that's why the Lord said, and with thee I will break in pieces the horses and the rider, which goes into Esau Edom, who's in rulership right now. It says, and with thee I will break in pieces the chariot and their riders, going into Esau Edom, man.
Ooh, I want to go right.
And that chariot goes into like their armies, like how like they have in the ancient days they had horses and chariots, and they over. That's like they military tanks and all they military gear. Yeah, they're very rapid things like that. So the Lord is saying he's gonna make us battle axes and weapons of war to where we're gonna destroy a tank, man. Destroy things like that. The Esau Edom guy, man. And him.
And I got one that's gonna back that up perfectly, man. They kind of fit. A lot of my precept. And it's Isaiah 41:15. Behold, I'll make thee a new sharp threshing instrument, having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shall make the hills as chaff. You know? So that right there, Lord said, he said, a new sharp threshing instrument. Going into the men of the Lord, man. The men of the Lord are about to get spiritual power to combat this devil. Like I said, man, you're going to think you in like an Avengers movie. You know what I'm saying? Brother, take out a tank. You know, you're going to have super strength like Samson. You know, some brothers might be able to shoot out lightning out their hands. Some brothers might have flight. You just never know what your gift going to be. The Lord about to hand out gifts. That's going to go with them crowns, man. And that's why you're going to see that Isaiah 4:1 kick in, because they're going to see like, oh, that's my Lord right there. You know, we got that glory on us, man. And that's one thing you got to hope and have faith in. Because see, and that's why he called us men. I noticed women, like when you say something like that, women can't believe in nothing like that. They're like, man, that's like some make-believe stuff. Like, what the hell? You think you about to do some Dragon Ball Z, Kamehameha? Is you crazy? You know what I'm saying?
Part of the X-Men, huh?
Yeah. Well, I think that. They don't know. That's why we don't get no respect here. They like, that's make-believe, boy. You can watch too many movies. You know, they don't know, like, this is going to be reality. It's in the scriptures. The Lord saying, that's how the Lord going to flex on Esau, man. Because when you see stuff like that, you're going to know it's Yahweh. Like, how can this Jake do that? Where did this come from? And a good thing to see that, it's a show on Netflix called Supercell. It fits that perfect to show that, man. Like it was showing Jake is special. And once it get activated, it's on. That's the scripture right there. It said, I'll make there a new sharp threshing instrument with teeth, man. The Lord gonna make us vicious, man. That's gonna be them hunters. That's why Esau gonna be on them auction blocks. He ain't got no power to combat that. You know, ain't gonna be nothing he can do.
Like that priest. I like when you said when they get activated. Because like right now it's laying dormant inside of us, and if you are part of the elect, it's gonna come out. And this is Isaiah 59:20. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, then the spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. So, hey, man, like you said, when they get activated, and when they get activated is when Esau Edom come in like a flood, and that's when that spiritual power is going to get activated in the Lord's true elect, man.
And that precept, man, I get I'm catching that too. But that when he said, "So shall they fear the name of the Lord," that basically Yahweh Shah being exalted, man. You know, and that's what's gonna happen. The true elect, they're gonna exalt the name of Yahweh Shah, and that time comes.
I got on the back is you said that, because that's gonna be the calling. That's gonna be the card right there. That's gonna like throwing up the bat stick. You know what I'm saying? That's Proverbs 18:10. The name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous run to it, and it's safe. That's when them names is gonna be very important, man. Lord ain't gonna give no regular J. You hollering on Jesus, you ain't getting no spiritual power. You ain't approved, you ain't studied. Really, you don't even fit what the Lord gonna do. Most dudes I know that's in the Jesus Christ spirit, they soft. Every Jake I've met that's in plain Christianity, they got the Jesus Christ spirit is soft, man. I mean, real weak. I ain't seen none of them like display no type of manhood or nothing. That's why I couldn't stand playing church Christianity. Cause I was like, I'm in here with a bunch of weenie, wacko men, man. None of these dudes are men. No. Yeah, so we looking like, man, we looking at these scriptures, we all the way in it. Cause you got what, Luke 19:27? You know, Lord said, those I wouldn't reign over, bring them here so I can slay them before me. Lucy paraphrasing. Like, this is a bloody book, man. People don't know that, man. Esau gonna start the war, we're gonna finish the war, man. Through the power of Yahweh Shah. You know, looking for that spiritual power. I like that priest. That's one of my favorite priests out there, Isaiah 59:19. Because Esau gonna come in like a flood. This dude got all kind of troops, man. He got ICE troops. He gonna have military troops, Homeland Security, UN troops, Gerber troops. Just any kind of little faction, might be a little group like Proud Boys, something might pop up, be like 30, 40,000 deep. This devil got all kind of troops, man. They gonna come in with big numbers, you know. And then your little gun can't back them up. Your little AR-15 cannot back up no tank. It can't back up no MRAP. It can't back none of that up. Now, you got power to shoot a Kamehameha, you know, something like that. That gonna make them back. They gonna throw their gun down and run. Like, what the hell was that? This Jake just shot a ball of light out of his hands and blew some stuff up. They ain't even gonna want to fight you, man. You said, well, get down, like, hey, man, I'm ready to work. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Let's go get it going. Like, I gotta eat him right over here, 6'2", 250 pounds. Oh, you know what I'm saying? You gonna run on that auction block, man.
And to bag you up with that, this is King David because he had spiritual power in the sense. And he knew for a fact that his sword is not going to save him. And he said this is Psalms 44:6. For I will not trust in my bow, and neither will my sword save me, man, because he knew he had total trust and faith in the Lord. That hey, and just look what he did, putting 10,000 to flight. That's spiritual power right there, and that type of power is going to come back into us, because like the scripture said, hey, the least of us should be like King David. So the lowest person is going to be like King David. Just imagine those at the top. Then you're going to have all kinds of spiritual power.
And they're going to be gods on earth. God. They're like gods on earth, man. Psalms 82:6. You know what I'm saying? They coming out looking like Apocalypse and Magneto. You know what I'm saying? Powers like that, man. Hey, after that, they're going to be like bowing down. What's it going to M. Bird? They're going to be bowing down on that one. But they said they're going to be hollering out Yahweh, Bashmi Yahweh Shah. They're going to be hollering out our God's name. That's how the Lord going to make his name magnified. It's going to be magnified through that power that brothers get. So we're not worried about Esau's sword. That sword really is weak. When you look at what we about to get, that sword is weak. But we about to break that sword, you know. We just need Yahweh Shah to activate us. And then how you do that, you got to be in this truth. And you got to, to me, it's like enriching your uranium. You know, enriching your plutonium. You know what I'm saying? That way, when it's time to detonate and go off, you can do it. Because any old Pookie and Ray Rays ain't going to get this, man. They powers and they little Glock switch. You know what I'm saying? They little Glock, they switch on it, which all you're going to do is pick off a little 1 or 2 Edomites with that.
Plus that Glock switch ain't got no type of aim. You're going to shoot all that shit off in 30 seconds, and now you just stuck with an empty clip, nigga. Now you just open fire, open season, nigga. Shit stupid.
And then what you going to do? Like I said, these devil got tanks. I've been seeing tank lines rolling out. Devil got M-Raps. I seen that devil put it on display when I was at On Muggy. He showed them M-Raps. Man, Glock ain't penetrating that armor. You know, so what you gonna do then? So Jake hang their hat on the wrong thing, man, instead of hanging their hat on Yahweh Bashar Shah and trying to get this power that our Lord promised us that we would get. We might have to get that. The Lord said he renew our strength. Yes,
I got a point real quick. Hey, the one thing that's going to give the elect strength is the fact that we got order. And the one thing that Esau's going to have over the 2/3 is they don't have order. They're going to be unorganized, whereas they haven't come together on one page and become one fighting force like the elect have. We have spent this time conditioning ourselves for this fight, and we all know what's to come. And we're going to all have the faith that we're going to be able to be successful because we have the trust that we're going to get these spiritual powers. But Jake, they going to be out there on the limb. Like Kadar just said, after his 30 rounds is gone, he going to plan A out the window. Plan B is to run, basically. Because they ain't going to have the organization to be able to fight against Esau.
Ultimately, what we're really trying to say is that this is not a physical battle. This is a battle. This is basically spiritual warfare. All right. So real quick, let's get 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 3. And it said, for though we walk in the flesh, right? We walking in the flesh, we of this world, right? And it said we do not war after the flesh. All right. And then the point is in verse 4, and it said, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, pulling down a stronghold, right? And this is what we're looking forward to. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua about to pull down a stronghold of Esau Edom. Okay, we're not going to rely on these weapons that Esau Edom, because we know Esau Edom
Block 20 or AK-47. Yeah, we're relying on that spiritual power the Lord gives you, but you got that.
Because this sword is weak compared to the power of Yahweh Bashar Shah. Because when Yahweh Shah comes back, he said, I ain't gonna come back like a man, come back with that strong angelic power. You know? So that right there, man, everything Yahweh Shah got is like way superior to what Esau got, man. All Esau can do is like spit hot lead.
I got one.
That's as far as it can go. He just makes fire with missiles.
Yeah, this is you quoted it earlier. This is Isaiah 40 and 29. It says, and he giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might, he increases strength. Even the youth shall, it says, even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young man shall utterly fall, but they that wait on the Lord shall he renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint.
I like that, man. Especially to say that where the Lord shall renew their strength. He said, mount up with wings as eagles, man. So brothers gonna get flight, man. That's gonna be hard for Esau to stop when a brother can fly. You know what I'm saying? That's brother might fly way up, come and smack Esau down at like, you know, supersonic speed. Or fly Esau, grab Esau, take him way up and drop him. You know what I'm saying? One eater might see that, the rest of them like, oh, we sorry.
That's
We
like
know
on
that
Brightburn.
was
That's what I'm about to say. That's some bright burns.
yeah, we sorry. You know what I'm saying? You ready to work?
That's exactly how them hawks and them eagles. That's what they do when they fool them, man. They come and snatch them up and drop them. That's what they gonna do, man.
And one of the things what you saw in his movies and stuff is that there was propaganda. The reason why people don't think that we're gonna get spiritual powers because they can associate what we're talking about with X-Men so they can use that to joke with us. But in reality, though, when we do get spiritual powers, hopefully, and we start doing that, that's what's gonna scare the shit out of Esau. When they actually,
This predates his movie.
yeah,
This is where he got the idea to do movies. X-Men was based off of Jake.
yeah,
Stan Lee said he got that idea from Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. And it was based on Jake. You see that because it was based on racism. They get out of here, you know what I'm saying? That's how like Jake don't even know. Like this predates Esau's Hollywood. Leviathan. Godzilla. He got that from the Bible. That's Leviathan. This
dude
came
was
from the
small
book.
like too.
Yeah, you read about Leviathan. I think that's Job the 20th chapter, where he said who because he talk about it's the king of the sea, you know, and Job asked who can tell me, and really nobody can, because that's the how about from y'all fact. That's his personal fact.
And then you look at Hercules and Incredible Hulk. That's based on Samson. Like that was here way before Esau started making film. That's why Jake don't read. That's why Jake don't know. All Jake knows is Esau's media, but they don't know the scriptures of Yahweh Shah. Therefore, they're ignorant to it.
And that very precept that Aquadar just read, where it said you shall run and not be weary. That's the class right there.
Yep. Super speed. Yep. As I said, the Lord laid this out way before Esau even thought about it.
I like that the part in 29 where it say and to them that have no might, he will increase. Because like right now, Jake is like a worm. We have no might. But like he said, hey, he will increase that, man. That means he's gonna give us strength and power to fight off our enemies when that time comes. Just like it said, hey, we're fishing right now, but then he was sent for many hunters. Like right now, we fishermen, we got no power, we just fishing. But hey, in a second, hey, he's gonna turn us into hunters to go hunt out Esau from the clefts of the rocks and from the holes of the ground.
You know what I like on that? He put that in Hollywood too. They made me thinking of Predator movie. Mm-hmm. They even had one Prey, where it showed them in ancient times hunting them down. They had technology, man. This dude had plasma cannons. You know, the Predator, they got nets, plasma cannons, and all kind of high-tech stuff, man. So the spiritual power's been here. It's been talked about. Just Jake don't know about it because he ain't been versed on that. Pastor Porchop don't go into spiritual power.
Yeah, he don't have the truth.
Exactly. They don't hear no scriptures on that. This stuff been here for thousands of years. Pastor Porchop don't go into that. And then you ask him to break it down, he get all tongue-tied. Like, nah, I can't do that. I might lose my offering plate.
I had never heard of a precept. I have never heard that precept that the Lord would lift up a standard when the enemy come in like a flood in the church. Period.
Me either.
I've never heard that.
I've never heard most stuff we bringing out right now about. I've never heard none of that in the Christian church.
They don't even teach you have an enemy.
Yep. Good. None of that.
They say love everyone.
You get about the same 8 precepts in 30 years.
That's what they say.
Yeah,
We all human beings.
Yeah, Catholicism means universal.
Right.
So it ain't no enemy in Catholicism because we're all supposed to be one. But Esau is saying that the God is going to be him in the end. Yeah, I got one. This is Hebrews 4:12. This is, for the word of Yahweh is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart.
I like that part when it says is the discerner and intent of the heart. With that heart goes into mind. So this word bring out what people really be thinking about you. How about you outside? Like this scalp on our page, who had the nerve to say that there ain't no Edomite. You know, and that's what this word do. it bring out what people really be thinking. So
There's
in other words, you are a scoffer and you a non-believer.
If there's no Edomite, then why is there a future prophecy about Obadiah 1:18?
Right. Right.
That haven't happened yet.
God. And then what it say? Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So we can cut that up to shreds and follow off them preach up right there.
Plus, it's in your face.
Right.
Look at all the activity going on. Why is Trump bringing troops to D.C.? Why is Trump bringing troops to Chicago? Why is all this wickedness around here? You got all these child sex trafficking. Who's doing that?
Yeah,
Come on, man.
That's dope.
Get the hell out of here with that, man. Weak sauce stuff, man. That's a scared Jake talking out his ass.
Yeah, I don't even know.
That was a Jake that said that?
We don't know.
Oh.
His name is Gregory Jones. They
They put him out there, dog.
You know he's scary and weak and don't know nothing. That we do know. You know, talking about Edomite done away with. It's not some vocab.
Yeah, they ain't gonna try to tell us do our research. Motherfucker, what you think we out here doing?
They lacing it up, man. Plus, prophecy is in your face, man.
Yeah.
You got civil war brewing up. You over talking about ain't no Edomites, right? Somebody got to be the wicked.
Somebody, right?
Yeah. It says, hey, and we can see who it is. I said, you so done. AI and white women are saying, yeah, it's the white man.
Right.
They saying it. So hey, man, hey, you just sound done right now, really. And that's somebody that's like trying to take your crown away.
Yeah.
Like the Lord said, don't let no man take thy crown. You know, Lucha paraphrasing. And that's what he's trying to do. And I'm like, bro, you're not gonna scare nobody with that, man. We over here, we ready for this devil. You know, that's just you let me know you scared. So duck your head on the covers or whatever it is.
And so
Hey,
I just thought of another precept, Revelation 12:12. We bring that out.
Yep.
The devil comes down.
Right. Hey, matter of fact, we need to bring that out. Cause it's about to happen. They're going to bring that because Esau is doing that right now. That's why Trump administration is coming down and moving the way they're moving. This that devil coming down great rap. He coming out of power. America's all in shambles. It's going down. The money is cooked. The books is cooked. Your money is shambles. They getting ready to go digital. Your military is in shambles. Your foreign affairs is in shambles. Your people in shambles. They smoking fentanyl and meth and bummed out. We see all these bummed out Edomites. I've never seen this many bummed out Edomites in my life. Which let me know you going out of power.
They got a new fentanyl now called pink something.
They got new drugs.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they just found that like in Nebraska.
What is that? Go ahead, bring it up.
This Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. And it said, therefore rejoice ye heaven, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is coming down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time.
Woo, they fit. Because Donald Trump, I'm hearing right now, almost about to croak. They say the devil in bad health. He got congestive heart failure. He got bad kidneys. So this devil's time is short. So that's why he moving the way he moving, man, and trying to get stuff set up because his time is short. And then what is Trump doing right now? He bringing them swords out majorly. Like ain't no how he putting this all on the news. He bringing them swords out, right? Because the time is short. So if you don't dwell in the secret place of the Most High, and you do of that of the earth and the sea, hey, what does scripture say? Woe to you, because that sword coming, man.
I got one to bag you up. This is 2nd Esdras 15, and we'll start at 12. It says, "And Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plagues and punishment that Yahweh shall bring upon it." I'm gonna jump down to 14. It says, "Woe unto the world and them that dwell therein, for sword and destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands."
Woo, we getting ready to see that. That's getting prepped right now, man. We just waiting on the first shot to get fired, man. You got all the groups starting to show up. ICE, National Guard. I'm just waiting for the citizens to stand up, man, with their guns in their hands. So we right there at that moment, man. All it takes is one little thing, and it's gonna be setting off.
Next verse. "For there shall be sedition amongst men," and we're seeing that right now, "invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power." I just look at LA, look at DC. That's happening right now. They not regarding their king, who they say Donald Trump, no king's protest.
Yep, there it goes.
Yeah, they not regarding their king. So what they doing? They over there sedition, riots and chaos breaking out in the cities right now.
Yeah, I got one to go back to his scoffer. This is Revelation 2:10. This is Esau all day. "Fear none of these things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prisons or concentration camps, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. And that's coming in these last days.
Notice how it said, behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison. Right? We didn't need our research. We know who Esau Edom is, right? Because if you go behind some of those investment firms, they actually got stock in a prison system, a private prison system. So who was those devils that's going to cast some of you into prison? Edomite. That's who they are. All right. And so that's why the Lord said, be thou faithful unto death. All right. Because that's what's going to happen. They're going to cast into what, the alligator Alcatraz and all of that. So
right there.
Hey, there it is, man.
Hey, like the Israelites, the elect, we're the manifestation of Yahweh on earth as the saints. And the devil, which is the Edomites, is the manifestation of Satan on earth.
So-called white man.
Yes, the so-called white man.
That precept, it said they become to do the workings of Satan.
Yeah.
With all powers and signs, lying wonders. That's the devil.
Yep, that's our competition, basically.
Yeah.
And that's why you can't get rid of corruption, because it's Esau. Everybody keeps looking for this red man on the ground with a pitchfork, not knowing it's that so-called red man in the suit and the top. That's that devil, man. He right here in your face. He the one signing your mortgage. He the one signing your check.
He the one smiling in your face, you know. And what was that? Psalm 55 and 21. His words are smoother than butter, but what was in his heart? That's him.
And that's running right now, because Trump trying to put that smooth, like, I'm just getting rid of crime. Don't worry. We're just getting rid of crime. That's all we're doing. Yeah, we're just gonna make sure we're gonna make it safe. He's doing peace of safety right now. He's saying he's seeing the truth, peace of safety. But we know, hey, destruction is coming, man. Because he gonna turn around and get yapping on everybody, get a decree to get to, hey, if they skin is darker than paper bag, yeah, hey, yap them up, man. Handle them harshly.
Yeah, he didn't get the reaction out of the DC people, because he needs violence to kick off. And DC people, like, they ride motorcycles around trying to. That's their defiance. But them people in Chicago, he hoping that they actually pick up their guns and fight his fight with his swords, because he got you. Because that's his blessing. Them Jakes up there in Chicago, that ain't their blessing to be picking up guns and fighting with Esau like that.
Yeah, he got upset, man. Most people that's fighting the street protesters Edomite.
Yeah.
He don't want to get them. He like, man, I ain't calling for y'all dummies. I'm trying to get Jake. Jake in the house. Jake up here cooking, riding bikes, having a good time. Jake ain't even worried about Esau. That's why it's making him fuss. That's why he coming out with great rap.
That great rap, and then everything that he's doing up, and this is also proving that he's Esau. But when the scripture say he's the cunning hunter, he's setting up the snares in the trap right now. That's the devil right there, man.
And Jake ain't falling for it. His own people falling for it. That shows that the curse is turning from us onto them. Because Esau out there in big numbers and fighting in the streets and fighting over bullhorns. Man, Jake over here having little biker boys rolling down the block. Jake up, where the chicken wings at? Jake trying to get some barbecue and eat.
Yeah.
That's what Jake worried about, man. Where get something to eat at?
Hey, one of the snares that he tried to set this week was the that news on the Smithsonian, talking about he want to take away the stuff out for slavery out of the Smithsonian. But to most Jakes, we like that shit is fucking whitewashed anyway. That ain't telling.
Hey, man, can I still get 8 chicken wings for $12.99? That's all Jake worried about. Jake worried about eating. Tell us all that, you gonna give me some box tonight, baby?
That's how you know Jake, and that's how you know the Negro, Latino, and Native American is Jacob from the scriptures, man. Because what he say, he was a plain man dwelling in tents, barbecuing, cooking, trying to get some box and chill while Esau in the
doing when Esau came out of the whip.
Esau in the woods and shit, hunting and killing and blood and stinking and shit. Like, dog.
They had with some lentils and some meat.
Hey, that's what Isaac said when Jacob went in there. He was like, "You don't smell like Esau."
I don't smell no steak.
I don't smell no goats up in there.
Like I said, Jake, our forefathers in the tent knocking off boots, man. Had 13 children. Ain't worried about hunting nothing. I'm a cook. I'm about to get in here. Which one of y'all getting popped tonight?
Hey, another sign is that when King David was dying, his people brought him a young chick.
Yeah,
she was like, "Yeah, let me see if this don't wake him up." Yeah.
young chicken keep you warm. That's what they said.
Yeah, gave him a little young baby. That's what Jake like. They said we claim we simple, man. Jake just hey, we really be proof on multiply. If we can do it real good, if Esau get out the way, he the one make everything hard.
But I got a precept to back up what you said, how Esau speaks sweetly with his lips. This is Ecclesiasticus 12:16. It says, an enemy speaks sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagining how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. And that's exactly what Trump doing. We just coming for the crime and nothing else. But hey, he throwing your ass straight to the Jake. Sending all his police force and military to Jake, trying to get that blood, man.
And that's the spirit right there, because he said he would not be satisfied with blood. That goes into, you know, when they police force is knocking off Jake.
Oh, I know they're going to too. He ain't satisfied blood because he wants to take the MOTB. Right? He wants that mark of the beast to get took. You know what I'm saying? He's like, hey, I'll spare you from, you know, this hot lead if you just get the MOTB. Because once you get the MOTB, all he gonna do is put you in the 15-minute city. You power up his AI and all his little infrastructure, little 15-minute city. And you might have to ride a bike. Ain't gonna do you like, what's that little gerbil with the wheel? Yeah. Hey, gonna put you, he gonna put you on a hamster wheel, man. That's what we running. Hey, you gonna be powering up his AI. Like, you gotta power up the electricity, man.
You gotta power up the AI.
Yes. Hey, you're putting on a wheel. Hey, you gotta run so many miles for you get some cricket patties.
Like that movie Electric State, man. You over in the machine and it's running off of you, man.
Exactly. Hey, like the Matrix. Remember
That sheriff in Arizona, he already had him like that in his prison. I forgot his name, that dude that was making him wear pink underwear. He had the TV set up to an electric bike. They had to sit there. If you want to watch TV, you're going to have to sit there and somebody going to have to ride the bike because he didn't provide them with no electricity for entertainment. So somebody had to be constantly on the bike to get everybody to be able to, you know, listen to anything or watch TV.
He gonna use Drake like that. So lock you to power up his systems because all these little grids, like the stuff we looking at now, this stuff gonna get destroyed. So Esau got little stations, little 15-minute cities that got his own power structure, but somebody got to power that sucker. So he gonna get here MOTB, get your ass on that wheel, and hey, get to running, man. You got a quota, man. We need about 50 miles out your butt. You know what I'm saying? For you get your little bottle of water and a little piece of cricket. You know what I'm saying? I look at it, yeah, cricket, man. Look at Jake like, man, you might as well go out with honor, man. This devil gonna give you some messed up anyway. So you might as well tell the devil, man, hell nah, man.
You might as well get into this truth. If that's the case, like, if really think about what Yahweh Shah said, if you have not shortened his days, then no people will be saved. Luke,
that's mercy. Yeah, that's nothing. Like when all the structures going out, we're gonna know the day is gonna be short. So we ain't got that much long to wait. So that's that mercy right there.
Might well be patient and wait.
Yeah, you gotta know the fix to know that. But see, a lot of Jake don't know that. That's why what's that Hosea 4:6? My people destroy for lack of knowledge. Right. They don't know that. We know that though. So we gonna know. Like, I just gotta wait for a little bit. Hey, Lord gonna, you know, juice me up with some power, or he might make a way for me. You know, but Jake don't have no faith. Jake gonna be looking for the system. Like, okay, I gotta run how many miles? I gotta put what in my head, what in my hand? Come on, little Ray, we gotta do it. You know,
the only way we gonna survive.
You don't want to be on no 230 either. They might get caught and like, hey man, we caught, man. Come on out. They got us. You don't remember?
Yeah, you was
yeah, you don't remember?
Got us, man. Hey man, we give up. We all over here. Yeah.
That shit gonna happen.
You don't remember right on 2/3, man. They gonna do that.
Yahweh Shah said their best. I think it's Matthew chapter 24, about the 12th verse, where he said, then they shall deliver you up to be afflicted.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what's gonna happen, man.
You know, I got more precepts.
I got one more.
Yeah, you got the 6 and 9?
Yeah. The second Ezra 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Damn, that's what we waiting on, man. Esau is the end of the world. His kingdom is ended now, which goes why that's coming down with great wrath, because he knows his kingdom's over with. And he knows, the elites know these scriptures. They know ain't no coming back from this. This is it. Like, this they last little big hooray, you know, and then our kingdom is coming next. That's why we look past this place. We're not going to be looking to go in Esau's 15-minute cities for what? I'm about to get a kingdom right now, man. I'm waiting on Yahweh Shah. We waiting on our leader. We waiting on our master. We waiting on our savior. I'm not gonna be looking to go in Esau stuff, man. And see, if Jake don't know our kingdom is coming next, they're gonna say, oh, this is all I'm gonna get out of life. So let me go in the 15-minute city. Us We don't think like that. We kingdom minded. And Esau is the end of the world, so we want this place to go. We wanted to go yesterday. So all this stuff is like good news to us. When we hear Trump talking about doing this and doing that, we like, yeah, it's about time.
Yeah, faith booster.
Yeah, push the button, Trump. Send it, man. Send the troops. You know what I'm saying? What they say, release the Kraken. Go ahead, do it, E. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause we know what's coming next, man. We ready for that spiritual power. We ready to be tested. We want to see our standing with you. How about Yahweh Shah? There's only one way to find out, man. Esau got to jam you up and make you call on the name of the Lord.
Gotta be tried as their goal is tried.
Exactly. Yeah, and there's only one way to get that. I mean, it has to take place. So let the show begin. Let the games begin. Hey, man, Esau, go ahead and do your thing, man.
We want that tribulation because that's how we know when we go through that tribulation. We know that's when the kingdom come after that. You know, that's what Apostle Paul said in Acts 14 and 22. Zechariah 13 and 9. All of that. The Lord said He's gonna bring His 1/3 through the fire, which it represents that furnace of adversity.
So, man, we're about to smoke with Esau, man. We want to smoke, man, because we got Yahweh Shah that got our back. And we believe in that. So that makes it where you're not scared. Your power got you. So why you should be scared of this devil? He's scared. That's why he pump faking all this stuff. He ain't doing, he pump faking.
I love it when Elder Zachariah said, why are you scared of the very devil that the Lord is controlling? You know,
Exactly.
so the Lord has been fully controlled. Why are you scared of him that he controls? He the one telling the devil what to do. You know, when you go back and you read Job, when he said, touch not, afflict Job, but do not bring no harm to him. That was the Lord that gave the Satan that instruction. So if we know Yahweh Shah control the devil, why are you afraid of him?
That's that precept. Fear not the man that had the power to kill, but fear the Lord who can kill and destroy your soul and body. Loosely paraphrasing.
Yeah, and that's it. And this is why we can fear you. That's what the precept. Here's the whole conclusion of the matter. Here's the whole duty of man. Fear Yahweh Shah and keep His commandments. That's the whole duty. This is what we out here trying to tell you. You know.
So with that being said, man, we go about praise and glory too.
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh, Hashem, Rakatah.
Kwam Yasharala wa Baba Ball. Shalom. Shalom on the comment board.
The Aqua on the comment board. Hey, baby, stay locked in.